Hello, everybody. Welcome into Friday night, December 27th. I was the Echo, and Jeff Ryman is the Echo. We had two Echoes tonight, which that's par for the course considering when I tried to start this a minute ago, I got an error saying that I had a Fortnite stream scheduled from 11/11/20. That's right.
Well, when you tried to start, I got a big black screen with an error message on it.
Huh. Well,
And that
that's.
has happened 2 nights or 3 nights in a row now.
Uh, Not
Don't know. I mean,
surprised.
I refresh it and it comes back.
Yeah. Let's see here. John Loy Sr. was first. Hello, John. Says happy Friday from Virginia. Tony was second. Sam was third.
Hmm.
Jeff was fourth. Greg was fifth. Yeah, I agreed. I I took a nap. I had a huge bad headache. Mike Ojek in the house. Aviation official in the house. Thank you very much for showing up. Rick Lakes, I hope you're feeling better. I did watch your stream this afternoon. I hope things are going in the right direction for you. Susanna Morgan, proud single mother. Long Dog is in the house. Hello, Long Dog. Um, if I'm not feeling better by Monday, I'm going to go to the doctor and see what's going on. I can't shake whatever this is, and it's driving me up a wall. SpeakerBot should be running, no guarantee on it, but then again, who knows what's going to show up. Who knows? That was, and I shared it with Zoom too because they were like,
Tony Wallow said.
Tony Wallow said, I just needed witnesses to see what it was. Tonight's thumbnail is not accurate, by the way. Those numbers have changed, at least on my end. I did check it right before I went live a moment ago. I think 3,500 by next Tuesday. That's when the 31st is, right? Tuesday? Yeah. I think that's going to be pretty achievable. And I have not done, I've watched, I watched a little bit of Ghetto today. I watched my newly retired me. I watched Rick Lakes. That's about it.
What was Ghetto doing today?
Playing a weird game.
Okay.
He's got this big screen. Got a big screen. And he's got literally this much of the screen's got the game in it. Because it's not set up right in OBS. So, and when he was on earlier, he said he's not going to change it. So,
Hey,
oh well.
whatever floats your boat.
I thought it might have been something that I thought it might have been just a game that wouldn't do.
No, he's
Like
just
it
got
wouldn't go.
no. He's got to go into OBS and
Yeah, I know.
change
It
it.
looked like an OBS thing.
It is. That's all it is. If I go into OBS and I turn the, I can turn the clocks on and off. And if you're watching the live stream, you just see Zoom right now. You don't see anything but Zoom. And then I can take Zoom and I can make it fill up the entire space where the clocks used to be. And that's just a simple thing as finding the Zoom source, unlocking it, grabbing a corner, and dragging it and making it fill up the entire screen. And that's all Ghetto needs to do. He needs to go in there, go to the source, and adjust it to fit the screen. Now, I'm curious as to what would happen when I turn the clocks back on. Ew, I'm losing my voice already. When I turn the clocks back on right now. Hello, Sam. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
Here comes one clock.
Hello.
And here comes the other clock right there. So that's kind of cool that it looks like they're in the foreground. I know, at least on OBS, I have no idea what it looks like. I don't have my monitor screen going right now.
And just
Yeah.
overlaid a little bit.
Yeah, it does overlay it quite a bit, actually. So let's go fix that. And this is all Ghetto would have to do. Now, whether or not he's going to do that, I have no idea. And this is, I shouldn't have done that because this is really sometimes not the easiest thing in the world to do. All right, that looks pretty good on OBS. I have no idea what it looks like over on the YouTube
Bottom half
itself.
of Chris's name is cut off a little bit, but that's about it.
There we go. Now Chris should be fully.
You still
seen.
half his name's cut off. There's
Really?
the box around the Zoom is a little bit small, apparently.
That I can't control, but let me see if I can maybe.
All right.
There we go. How that should be. There we go. That looks better.
Yep, you got it all.
So I'm going to bring this back down here. Put that right there. I'm going to lock it in OBS so that it can't. And this is what I don't understand, because every time I set ghetto stuff up, I lock the settings. So he has to be going in there and clicking on unlock.
Now, on the left side of the screen, the clocks on the left side are overlaying a very dark gray portion of the Zoom thing. He's not hurting anything.
The East EDT, MDT, BST, ADT side, those are?
Right. I mean, underneath those is a gray area to the left of Bill and me on your screen. Didn't hurt anything. It's just, if you look close, you can notice a little difference. It's not worth piddling with, I wouldn't think, tonight.
Well, if I move it around and move it closer, then I get a huge gap on the other side.
Right. I mean,
So I don't want to do that.
you aren't getting rid of anything. I mean, that dark gray thing is just underneath the clock over.
Right.
And it's not hurting anything.
Yeah, I think I want to leave that about like that right there. And once again, I get a commercial on, or an ad, not a commercial, on Mrs. K's on Firefox. There's no ad blocker.
No, I need to shut that off so I can see what it's doing with Firefox on mine.
There we go.
I got a floor lamp that broke. It's got that pole on it. It's got the wire that runs through it. I'm gonna make use of that stand somehow or another.
Looking over at chat. Rick Long Dog's going to send Rick some bike trails out in California. I guess they're in California. Going to check out some videos. Put a link in chat if anyone's interested in checking that out. Long Dog says rewire it.
No, I'll make a microphone stand out of it and duct tape the microphone on the.
Why don't you make it a little nicer and buy the clamp-on mount for the microphone?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it could be a camera. It could be a camera, webcam stand or something. I could fix a webcam on it or something.
Does Princess get a vote?
And speaking of, right on cue. Right on cue. So I don't really have anything. I started cleaning up my system last night. Some of you on Zoom already know that. I was on here earlier today before we went doing all of our running around. Which
You didn't play golf today?
I did not. It rained. It was 50 degrees. Wind chill made it feel like 37. It rained solidly from 2 o'clock. Well, I'm sorry. It rained solidly from 11 o'clock until when we got home at about 7, off and on, very consistent rain, and there was no way I was playing golf. I feel terrible. I did not need to be out in the cold. If we didn't have things to do today, I would not have went outside today. And then we got a little bit of late start on that, which put me behind the 8 ball a little bit. We did a live stream driving around looking at Christmas lights. The farmer, who has the biggest display I've ever seen in the world, He's already started taking things down. I don't know if it came through on the live stream, but you could see the stakes that were empty where he did have things in the ground no longer there. And then we went to find one over in the city of Southport that I was told was really, really good. I was impressed with it, but it was not near as impressive as the farmers. And I do have video of the farmers I will find and share between now and the end of the year. Speaking of the end of the year, Sunday morning at 7 a.m. my time, I have scheduled the replay of last year's 12-hour live stream, in case anyone's interested in watching it. I don't plan on being up at 7 o'clock to participate in the premiere. I will tell you that right now. But I thought, just for grins, I wanted to rerun it and see. Now, there's a reason why that came about. Excuse me. And that reason was, and if anybody knows the answer to this question, it would be appreciated. Or if anyone knows how to get the answer to this question, it would be appreciated. I was interested in knowing how many subscribers I had 1 year ago on the 31st, because I know how many approximately I'm going to have this year. Okay? So I just wanted to see what the growth in the channel was in a year period. Now, I check it every day. Truth be known, 3, 4, 5 times a day sometimes, which is ridiculous because you're talking 1 or 2 changes. A year's growth, that's how I'm going to gauge things. Yes, I became monetized, and that didn't happen until we got back from California and the West Coast trip, so I was under 1,000. Best I can tell, I have a number written down that I'm not going to share, but I do have a number written down that I think I know about where it was at. According to a Google search, you can go in and find out your subscribers on any specific given day. I cannot figure out how to do that, even though I follow the instructions that say, go to YouTube Studio, go to Analytics, go to this, put a specific date in, and as I demonstrated earlier today on Zoom, Tony is saying 8:43. I'm going to write that down because I don't know if this is a factual number or if Tony actually may have figured out a way to do it, but that's actually pretty close to what I came up with. So I'm going to write that number down. Thank you, Tony. I would think there's a way you could do it. I honestly think there should be a way you could go in and figure out how many subscribers you had on any given day. But I fiddled with it a little bit this morning. I fiddled with it a little bit last night, and I just got frustrated and said, I don't need to do that anymore. Now, moving forward, I'll know this time next year, I'll know exactly how many I had on the 31st because I'm going to make a thumbnail. The thumbnail tonight was really just I needed the thumbnail, and that's the best I could come up with while I was talking to Ghetto and making the thumbnail. Going to look at Long Dog's talking about most lamps can be rewired, just restring it. Yeah, that's always fun to do. Yeah, that according to the powers that be, you can do it, Long Dog. But like I said, I could not figure it out. It was just not that big of a. You would think now, and this is how this came about for the premiere. I thought, well, I'll just go back to last year's live stream, and it'll tell me how many subscribers I had at the bottom. It doesn't. It tells you your current subscriber number. So, anyone can figure it out. My hat is off to you. Speaking of hat, I wore my new golf hat today with my new golf t-shirt to go see my mom, and Lorna wore her new jacket to go see my mom. And we took a good picture, or at least I took a good picture. I don't take good pictures, but it turned out pretty good. I'll share that with you later. I don't know if it's gotten moved over yet or not. I don't even know where my phone's at. That's how out of it I am right now. I just whatever this is kicking my butt. Now, we did go to Walmart. I did buy medications. I'm going to hopefully kick its butt tonight and be done with it. So, If anybody's got anything you'd like to add before I end this, believe it or not, we're already at 17 minutes past the hour. Nothing? Let me go ahead and end this then. Let's see here. Let me move that out of the way. Excuse me. Good night, Tony. Thank you so much. Thank everyone on YouTube for being here. And that would be John Loy Sr., Tony Wallow, One Fish, Jeff Ryman, Great Guy, Mike Wojcik, Ava Nation Official. And I am going to go ahead and make her a moderator. I do know who she is. That's fine. That's just so she can share her link and promote her channel or anyone else's channel. Something else before I go that I found out. There are people sharing my channel, and that's great. So I've got to get back in the habit of sharing people's channel as well. Suzanne Morgan, proud single mother, was with us. Long Dog was with us. I believe that's everyone. Yep. Good night. Thank you guys on the Zoom homies. Bill, Greg, Jeff, Sam, Alex, and Chris. I see there's something in chat. I'll go check that out here in just a minute. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow on Doug's. I don't plan on going anywhere. It's just a matter